Last couple of weeks we have been talking about this cross. A cross that we wear around our necks. It has become the symbol of life, the symbol of Jesus's death and victory over death. We want to complete our talk on the cross, its meaning, and the three crosses that are shown in all of the images. Jesus in the middle and two thieves on his side. This iconographic symbol, the cross, is thought to have originated from the ancient Babylonians before it spread to other parts of the world, such as Syria, Egypt, Greece, Latin America, Mexico. The pre-Christian cross was used as a religious symbol and as an ornament among the Egyptians, the Syrians, the Greeks, the Persians, and in some parts of Africa. There was, therefore, universal use of the pre-Christian cross. In many cases, its use was usually connected to some form of worship. The cross, as an iconographic symbol, was used by the Egyptians, and most of us are familiar with the Ankh, which represents the key of life. If they can put the slides of the Egyptian pharaohs. And it represented eternal life in ancient Egypt, of which we are descendants from. Representing life and also a symbol of the male and the female in harmony with one another as rulers in an infinity of time. The cross was used by the Romans, and before the Romans, the Phoenicians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, and it was used systematically by the Persians as a shameful form of execution for criminals. And it became the symbol for Christianity, introduced by the Emperor Constantine, who had a vision of this symbol, but in his vision, as we said last week, he did not see the cross as a symbol to bring life to the people. In his vision, these words were in his vision: in hoc signo vinces. Translated in English, with this sign we conquer. Since the cross had been used as a form, a shameful, gruesome form of execution, and now they use the sign to go out from Europe into Africa, into the Isles of the Pacific, and everywhere that they have taken that cross, it has produced death, violence, misery, and the subjugation of the black and indigenous and native people of our planet to European rule. So just as Jesus is nailed to a cross, black folk and the indigenous and native people of our planet have been nailed to European thought, European way, European traditions, European customs, their pagan lifestyle. Last week was supposed to be Resurrection Sunday. But what does the bunny rabbit and Easter eggs have to do with the resurrection of Jesus any more than Santa Claus on Christmas? That's pagan worship. So everywhere the European took that cross, death and hate has followed them. Black folk, hands nailed, feet nailed, in that we don't have freedom to move and act as an independent people. Our freedom is limited according to the wishes of the master. And every time we try to do something positive and constructive for self, he nails our support. He nails our freedom of movement to do what is in the best interests of our people. This cross and the horrific image of Jesus being depicted on this cross. Crucifixion was a form of punishment that was incredibly painful, an excruciating manner to put someone to death. The whole body weight being supported by stretched arms. When nailed to the cross, there was a massive strain put on the wrists, the arms, the shoulders, often resulting in the dislocation of the shoulder and elbow joints. The rib cage was constrained and fixed in a fixed position, which made it extremely difficult to exhale and impossible to take a full breath. They would take the person, strip him of his clothes, make him carry his cross to the place of crucifixion, but it's all public. Everything is done in the public to bring about your shame, your disgrace. Strip you of your clothing, then they nailed your hands and your feet, and none of your vital organs are touched, so that you can hang there for hours and even for days, defecating on yourself, urinating on yourself, and some they would spear in the side. Did they not crucify us in the same way? We can never forget, brothers and sisters, what was done to us. In order for you as a young person to understand the conditions under which you are struggling with, you must never forget how your fathers and my fathers and our ancestors were brought in the hold of ships, our hands and our feet tied in those ships, defecating and urinating on ourselves. It's a form of crucifixion. And those who are crucified, they leave you in the public, and the passerby would throw things at the crucified one, because once you are crucified, it's like you deserve that punishment. When they crucified us, They justified our enslavement. We became their property. We've been devalued as a people. And whether you know it or recognize it, we are still treated like property. So they can allow, like, the physical buildings in our neighborhood to dilapidate because of lack of what? Maintenance. And then when the neighborhood is devalued because the property has not been maintained, then they either come in and destroy the buildings and build something in its place, or remove us. So you have this regentrification that's taking place all over the country, pushing us out, and they come in. But look at us as a people. We have been dilapidated, destroyed, ruined, and not maintained. So our value as a human being in their hands, our value has diminished greatly. And we have become devalued in our own eyes. So I can abuse my brother, abuse my sister, kill my brother, kill my sister. After all, who's gonna miss a nigga? We can be upset when they shoot us down. That's the enemy on the outside. But what is worse? The white man killing a brother, or brother killing his own brother? That's the worst. That's how devalued we are.